Welcome to the fourth week of Enterprise by Design. This week is called Be Sustainable, with a particular focus on material selection for your products, considering economic sustainability, social sustainability, and environmental sustainability. What is sometimes referred to as the triple helix of sustainability. Well, this week we're going to focus initially on the material selection, so predominantly focused on environmental sustainability.
Now Andy's told you guys what I'm meant to be here to talk about. I'll tell you what I am going to talk about. Well, I'll tell you what I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what materials to use in your products. I'm going to try and get you to think about materials, think about sustainable materials and green materials. I'm going to tell you the difference between the two, and then I'm going to leave you to think. I'm going to maybe give you some tools to help you think about materials and just inform your decisions a bit more. Your product must fulfill its brief. You cannot use the green, the sustainable label to make a product that doesn't fulfill a brief. So if you have for example, a cup that doesn't hold a drink, but is made of a green material, it's no good. No one will buy it, no matter how green it is. It has to fulfill its requirements. What happens with your product at the end of its life cycle? Do you throw it away? Do you throw it in landfill, which is awful? Do you burn it and recover the energy? Well, actually, that possibly isn't as good as you think, because you're still releasing carbon into the atmosphere. How can you, when you're designing a product, build into that initial design the second generation of product that comes out of the raw materials you're using, or maybe the third or the fourth? Well, quite simply, that's a paper product. That's a high-quality paper product, high-quality natural product. That, blue roll, is a low-quality paper product. What happens in industry, in the paper industry? They take that and they make that. They do not cut down trees to make that because it is not worth enough money. Is it more sustainable? And I don't know the answer to this. To take, again, let's use the paper cups. This paper cup, use it once and burn it, and that's the end of its life, end of its cascaded life. Or is it better to take this, an aluminium cup that you use 20, 30,000 times? It then gets broken, but you can recycle it back into an aluminium cup. Don't forget, sustainable materials do not necessarily mean green products. They don't mean bio-based products. They mean something that doesn't give a bad effect to the environment or to the future. Okay, there are obstacles to using green technologies. So, what is greenwashing? Well, every one of those bags there, I think, is biodegradable. Oh, that's what people are told. That's what people tell Tesco's. That's what people tell Waitrose and Asda. They make a bag that's made from oil, which has an extra chemical in there, which means it'll break down in sunlight, but it's still a synthetic oil-based plastic. And it's still there in the environment. It's just that we can't see it. To me, that is greenwashing. That is using the right words to attract the customers. And unless you can back that up, and a lot of companies now, the oxy-degradable companies, are finding that because they can't back up their claims, that they're literally going out of business. Leads me on to the final point I'm trying to make, is incomplete supply chains. You can have PLA bottles that will degrade in industrial composting situations, but at the moment, Gwyneth doesn't have an operating industrial composting unit, Conway doesn't, Denbighshire doesn't. So what happens to those bottles? Even if you separate them out at home, where do they go? Landfill. Plastic recycling. I live in Conwy, we don't recycle plastic because we don't have the facilities. There's an incomplete supply chain to dealing with plastics and recycling plastics. They will come, but I'm pretty sure that Gallup want their products to be sold now and to be used now, and for those green claims to hold up now.